Happy Saturday, happy holidays. I am making my infamous spaghetti. I do have fresh garlic cloves. I like to use 6 or 7. I like to taste the garlic. I do have some sweet onions. I'm going to put 2 of those in here. And then I do have from Good Chop. I really like their ground beef. They're 80/20. And then I also have a pound of the ground bison. I think it just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. And then I also have from Sprouts. I just picked this up. It's their tomato basil cucina antica, and also their cucina antica Nana's recipe, tomato basil, and this one just has a mixture of fresh onions, basil, garlic, so it's more well-rounded. I like to use 2. These are 1 pound, 9 ounces each. I like a meatier sauce, but I don't want it to be not lacking when it comes to liquid, so I like there to be extra sauce. And, just to make sure to toss the onions and the garlic correctly, I like to saute both of them for about 5 minutes, and I use a Sicilian extra virgin olive oil from Trader Joe's. And I am doing something a little bit special. I couldn't resist. This is lion's mane, and I got it from Sprouts, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It has, it's a sweeter, softer mushroom. It tastes good raw, but I'm going to saute it because it's a really good mushroom for soaking up sauce. So I'm going to add this into my spaghetti. Now, lion's mane is so good for your brain, your cognitive thinking. Also like cordyceps. It's really good for, if you're an athlete like me, for recharging your muscles, and it's just really, really, really good for you, and it's really delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and chop this up and throw it all into my nice Dutch oven, and I'll show you what the sauce looks like in a few. Okay, so I have everything chopped. I have this beautiful bison ground beef in it. You can see it's more of like a medium rare. I don't like cooking it past a medium rare because it's still going to soak up in the sauce. But I'm going to add a little bit of texture to it. So I have some sea salt. And I'm just going to add on the top. It brings out some of that meat flavor, pulls out some of the juices. It's a little bit more robust. And then I have this applewood smoked sea salt, which is, I love this. I love this. It is just such a warm, comforting flavor in the spaghetti. Throw that right on top of the meat, and I'll probably add more with the sauce as well. And I'm now at a spot where we can add the sauce. So it's pretty darn simple. Just right over the top, just like that. And I'm gonna let it soak. I like my sauce to soak for at least 30 minutes with the meat and really absorb all of those juices. So right over there on top, there it is. And as it starts to cook, I like to add ingredients and taste it as I go. It's always crucial to taste what you make because, sometimes you don't cook it in the same way that you think you did the very last time, or you have slightly different ingredients, or there's a meat variant and the meat might be slightly off, and so you need to compensate just a little bit so that, you get the type of sauce that you want with your spaghetti. So you do have to eat it. You do have to like it. So there's no point in making food if you don't like your own food. So, but it is also important to have good food, healthy food, food that makes you feel good on the inside, comfort food. So that's what I like about spaghetti. It is a great comfort food. All right, so it's not hot yet, but tasting it, it has a little bit too much tomato sauce for me. So I'm going to immediately balance this out. I'm going to add some cinnamon. So I like my sauce to be a little bit sweeter, a little bit spicier. Cinnamon is very good for you. It goes really well in coffee. It goes really great in sauce. So you can mix things like that up. If you're feeling like you need it to be a little bit sugary, sometimes I do add a little bit of brown sugar. I don't like it to be too sweet, so I do like a more spicy, well-rounded, rich sauce. So, all right, that cinnamon, I can taste that flavor is just making it a little bit more well-rounded. Now I do have a bottle of Cabernet that I opened up last night. I'm going to add just a little bit to it. Again, do not add red wine to your meat sauce that you wouldn't drink by itself, okay? No $2 chucks. I mean, come on, we're better than that. So this is a Camille Benetton. It's Naked Wines. I really like their subscription. It's from Napa Valley, and this is a Cabernet Franc. So I'm just going to add it right to the top. All right, not a lot. It's all of the alcohol is going to burn off over the course of 30 minutes. So you don't have to freak out over, you know, what you're serving to the rest of your family. They will thank you for the incredible flavor that it adds to the sauce. So, and all that alcohol is going to cook right out. We're just adding flavor, okay? So just your one-on-one guide into don't be scared to cook. Be happy that you get to cook a good sauce, that you get to make it in the love and care and taste that you want, what works for you and your family. Oh yeah, that sauce, oh yes. I feel inspired. I'm going to have to get a cup of Cabernet Franc. All right, we'll be back in about 30 minutes just to see how it turns out. I will be adding over the course of the next 30 minutes, most likely a little bit of lavender, a little bit of rosemary, and a little bit of tomato basil. So, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, it hasn't been quite 30 minutes yet, but I did forget about my beautiful lion's mane. I'm just gonna add that right to the top. It's gonna cook right into that beautiful sauce. It's a new ingredient. I haven't added it to my sauce before. I really hope it complements it. I think it's going to taste great no matter what, so I'm not afraid. Up for trying new things. There it is. Okay, just go ahead and mix that in. Oh, it looks gorgeous, especially with that bison and that ground beef. I personally like an 80-20. If you don't like a fattier sauce, go with a 90-10, but I think a 90-10 is more, well, I don't know. I still like an 80-20 with my burger, so there's not a whole lot of things I like ground beef at a 90-10. So 10% fat, 90% meat. I really like the flavor that the fat gives to the meat sauce. So I'm going to usually go with an 80-20 ground beef. Oh yeah, that is coming together very nicely. Okay, I have some leftover rosemary from Thanksgiving. Fortunately, you know, it's not super fresh, but it's not dried. So I have a combination of both, and I like just to take the sprig, pull down. I don't cut mine. There's really no need to. I mean, you can, if you want, you can tear it. There's no need to chop everything to a perfect science. In fact, if you're so worried about having the perfect cut of onion or perfect cut of garlic, or, you know, everything proportional, it doesn't work. I mean, this will cook down. People are going to enjoy it regardless. It's not going to somehow magically make your sauce better to have a perfectly cut rosemary. So save yourself some time and exhaustion and just enjoy getting into the sauce. Enjoy the experience of what it tastes like, what it smells like, what it feels like when you really get into it, okay? All right, so let's see what this tastes like. Oh yeah, that's coming together. That is phenomenal. I am gonna add a little bit more rosemary and we're gonna call it good. Okay, so I don't always love doing this, but I do find sometimes it's good to have a little bit of pepper and spice, so we'll add a little bit of the Montreal steak seasoning. Thank you to all the people who are contributing to make the perfect sauce. Again, perfect one day isn't perfect the next day. It's just what makes sense for your taste buds on any given day. So I love the smell of it. I can tell you the lion's mane absorbed in that sauce tastes phenomenal. I did add more rosemary to the top of it. And we have about 10 minutes left in the cooking process. I'm going to start boiling the pasta. Yes. Start boiling the pasta noodle and dinner should be served in about 20 minutes or so. So, getting close. Okay, so I'm not using a gluten-free spaghetti noodle. I have done that in the past. My youngest is allergic to wheat, but so am I. And I mean, we both now have an allergy level 1, so you know, we can pick and choose. And when it starts not feeling great again, we can pull back and go with a gluten-free noodle. And it's funny because the more I try regular pasta, I miss my gluten-free noodles. But in this case, I do have a Trader Joe's organic spaghetti alla ciabatta pasta. I probably butchered that. Imported from Italy. So I like cooking up a big batch of noodles at once. I do have a salted pot boiling here. And when I add it in, I also like to add in a good lemon olive oil or a good basil olive oil, just to keep the noodle from sticking together. It really enhances the flavor. And then once I pull it, I do add a little bit more olive oil and toss it. And it just really makes a more buttery noodle and absorbs the sauces much better. So anyways, we're going to give it about 10 minutes and hopefully I'll be able to add the noodle to the boiling water. One more gorgeous addition. I did get this from Sprouts. Oh, it is freshly baked. I mean, good Lord, look at that loaf. This is a organic rustic Italian sourdough petard. I mean, I could try and make this. I probably could, but for $8, fresh, wonderful. I have my Kerrygold Irish butter we're gonna add on the top and the side with that spaghetti. Can't go wrong. Okay, so a quick sneak peek into what's after spaghetti. I did something because I have some mad cravings. I know it's the winter, it gets colder, and somehow this is the time that I want the epic ice cream sundaes. I did forget the chocolate sauce though. Tillamook! Neapolitan, you get a little bit of everything. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Okay? So there's that. There's also cherry sour candies, spice drops. I also got these really cute, they're like mini Reese's peanut butter cups. And I'm drooling as I'm opening them, but okay. Look at how cute that is. It's a little mini Reese's peanut butter cup. Oh my god. Alright. And then caramel sea salt chocolate balls. Yeah. They're all going in the ice cream. But that's later. So that might be my midnight snack after singing. So we'll see. Okay, so this noodle's been cooking for a while. You can see it's has a little bit of buoyancy, flexibility to it. So I don't actually time my spaghetti noodle. For me, there's no point. All I have to do is take a bite. Okay, that's still crunchy. So if you want it to be flexible, have a bite to it, and not be soggy. So there's a little crunchy. I did add some olive oil to it, so we're going to give it probably another 2 to 5 minutes, and then we can go ahead and pull it. But I mean, that's literally all you do. Take the noodle out, bite it, and you'll know when it tastes right. Okay, so we have some noodles. They are done. I'm going to add that right back into the pan and add some gorgeous extra virgin olive oil directly on top of it. There we go. A little bit of flavor to it. And it's like silk. Look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. So it's got that beautiful shine to it. If you can't tell, a little bit of sheen added to the top of it. And keeps it from sticking together. All right. Now, another wonderful part of this is the sauce. So that sauce did cook way down. And testing this out, I want to show you the lion's mane. There it is right there. It absorbed all that beautiful sauce. I have tried it. It is, I can tell you, I'm never making this spaghetti sauce without adding lion's mane to it again. It is incredible. It is, it has a buttery, sweet, savory taste, and it does take on the flavor of the sauce as well. Very, very happy for the way that it turned out. So anyways, I'm going to put this on a plate. We're going to add some of that wonderful bread and butter to it and sit down and have a wonderful, wonderful meal. Okay, there it is. Oh, I got carried away in that one. We're gonna replate that, okay? It's all right. My bread got a little bit of extra sauce on it. It's all right. It still tastes really delicious, but on the flip side, now we can add some gorgeous bread to it. So there we go. We're just gonna have a couple slices cut. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful that is. And my Kerrygold Irish butter. Oh, yes, we're getting there. It's real butter. Makes me very happy. More butter. We're gonna do it again. Get a little crazy. Add more butter to it. Oh my God. That's ecstasy on the plate. I don't know a better meal than this. I mean, okay, I did get spiral ham, making more mashed potatoes, more green beans. I'm gonna cook that up in probably another 3 days. And then there's some beautiful prime rib at Sprouts that I have my eye on, but I don't want to get it until we get closer to Christmas. So it can get better, but for tonight, this is phenomenal. All right, ciao Bella. Thank you all for watching. It has been an absolute pleasure. Take care, have a good evening, stay warm, stay happy, stay positive. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you choose. Namaste. Love be with you all.